So we wrote about that. But last week we had the opportunity, and over the last 2 weeks, I believe, we had the opportunity to not only watch a documentary about Basquiat, but our students were able to create a piece inspired by Basquiat. And they also interpreted one of his pieces. And we have a couple gals and guys who would like to share today first his piece with me personally, and then we'll go into our prompt about what scares us. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Those are like your art piece.
Yeah, your art piece. Let me do share your list.
Yes, honey, because
I talked about your last time, but you here, you gotta.
Right.
Oh, where'd it go? Oh, he's still there. You hear me? All right. This is my painting. Get closer. Well, it's not a painting. It's my drawing of. It was inspired. Was about Basquiat.
Yep.
Yeah, Basquiat. It's about fear. I put a lot of things on it, like words like love, confusion, sorry, be gone, pain, family, death, and cry. Put X's over them because it's a lot of things that in this world that could switch you mentally. I drew a person that's kind of crying that has X's over the eyes because some things that you see it could traumatize you and then switch up your perspective in life. Same with the ears, you can also hear a lot of things that might switch how you think and feel. And I put a little really light one over the mouth because people always could also say something that might switch how you think mentally. And then I put like money and a gun because money always can't get you to happiness, and even violence can't get you to happiness. That's what my painting was about.
Appreciate you sharing, Andy.
So how much is that painting on sale for?
What inspired you to make what? Why you put your colors, what words in the background?
You didn't have what we scared of that. Why did they have that?
Yeah.
Mod's gonna do a second prompt too. Tell me, this is for the second prompt. What are you scared of?
This is I think it was yesterday we went over a prompt and we had to brainstorm about things that you're scared of. A lot of things that I wrote down, it's from past things. One of mine is that I said I was scared of cars. It's not like the car itself, it's something that I've been through. So something happened and then it happened while it was from a car. So when I see cars, it get me on edge a little bit. Also, I put nighttime. I'm not scared of night. It's just what happens. Like back to the car situation, having at nighttime. So night would be getting to me a little bit. One more normal thing is I'm scared of not being successful. Like I'll go through school and all the other stuff, and at the end of the day, I won't get nowhere. Like I might just be downtown homeless, and I'm scared that that's gonna happen. Yeah, that's it.
Sir, can I ask you what your name is?
DeMar Davis.
DeMont, what do you think it would look like if that was written right next to your picture? That's what I was thinking about. Those words in that image.
My picture.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. It would definitely go with it. Because it goes with the fear thing that I was really trying to get at. And that's just what I'm going through right now.
I figured like if I was in a museum and I walked up and that was on the wall, that picture with that, your writing next to it, that might really do something to me.
Try to put some meaning into it, put something that a lot of people can relate to. Like, I'm not gonna say everybody relate to it, but a lot of like people right now, that's what's going on in this world with this generation. So that's what's going on. So most people can relate to it. A lot of people are seeing things or just experience stuff that really messes with their mental. Then they start acting a different way. But yeah, that's really it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
That's really
Mhm. Thank you.
Thank you for your piece, please.
Because I think the same, I think
Yeah.
these ties into your writing,
Yeah, and I didn't hear you writing yet, but I know.
that's okay. That's a lot of passion right now, go for it.
This is mine. I don't know if you can really see.
Hold it in real close, you can go to the camera,
'Cause I just-
over to the
Good
camera.
luck.
I
Wow.
I just wrote a lot of different stuff. And stuff that I like, stuff that I don't like, stuff that I want to do, where I want to go. There's a lot of different colors on here. And yeah, I don't really know what to say about it, but it's cool, I guess.
Can you tell us about the face part?
Color in the last corner of your painting.
Because I feel like I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like it didn't need to be colored all the way in.
I like it.
I think it's good just the way it is.
I love that painting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really know what to say about it though. And then about what scares me, I talked about the new election. It's not personally just Trump, it's what he supports, like with banning abortions and the police immunity, and apparently he wants to have a purge day or something, Project 2025, which has a whole lot of scary stuff going on. And I'm scared for our future. So that's what I mainly wrote about. I wrote about the election and what could happen, what he could do, and yeah.
Go ahead.
So for eating.
Why?
Like I just told what I'm scared of. I just said it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I wrote about.
I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Helena.
Elena, thank you very much for sharing that. And I know you're scared. I'm scared too. But let's be brave together because I think the world needs us more on Friday than it did on Monday.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, and Norma, her name's Kalina.
With a K.
Helena.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Thank you.
No worries, no worries.
Thank you. Thank you, Kalina.
With me? Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Is your picture? Aries, you took yours home, didn't you?
Yeah.
Aries wanted,
That's a
he really
fine.
wanted him. You took your picture
Yeah,
home?
a couple of the kings and queens may have taken their pieces home,
They
and
really wanted
Aries
it.
said that he hung his up.
That's amazing, I love
It is
it.
amazing, truly.
That's wonderful.
How y'all doing today?
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, these are I didn't really finish this. I was only able to write down like two. But all right. So things I'm scared of. I would say first thing is my path. It's like I don't know what's in store for me in the future, right? And it's just that thought of the unknown that just like really scared me. And then the last one was like kind of silly. I said spiders because I got attacked by one when I was a kid. My sister made me like touch this nest or whatever, and it just came out terrifying. But yeah, that's all I wrote.
You know, it's funny because we did this with a group of kids down at the gym to work with Leon, and a lot of them are scared of spiders too.
Yeah, they're scary, man.
All them legs.
They're dangerous.
Did you got your artwork?
Yeah.
Okay, time.
Cool. Print this down.
Keep your artwork. Yeah. You can take it if you want it.
Hello. I'm Diamond.
Your artwork.
Yeah,
Whatever, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine.
Okay, I'm scared. I'm not gonna read off my paper because it's like a lot of stuff on here, but I'm scared of heights. I'm scared of failure, rejection, completely not having a support system, and the things that Trump is about to implement. Why am I scared to fail? Because I feel like I want a lot. Like I see a very big future for myself. And if I fail, then I can't have that. Then I can't do the things I want to do. And I want to help a lot of people. And I'm scared of heights because if I fall, I'm gonna die. I know I am. I'm little. Yeah. And completing, I'm scared of not completely having a support system because I feel like a support system is very, very, very important, even if it's not a big one. Yeah. That's it. Okay.
Thank you, Diamond.
Thank you.
All right, so, appreciate it.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness, I got it.
Okay.
My name's Aries, and one of my top fears is the Ku Klux Klan. Just because like it's the embodiment of racism. So how much do you gotta hate black people for you to make a whole clan out of it? And your pure priority is to hate black people. So I just find that scary. Because how much power do they really have at the end of the day? That's it. And like heights and the dark and stuff, but that's it.
Can I share something with you?
Mm.
My great grandfather was a Klansman, and here I am with you. So don't be so scared of them.
Yeah.
I'm scared of what it's creating. Be scared of
Sometimes it's fake. And I feel like you
You're
can't.
not scared of love, you're scared of.
No, that's a very valid fear.
No, I am scared of love because I feel like sometimes you don't know when it's real and when it's not at all.
So can I share that? Can I share that?
Sure.
So no, one thing, a few of them speaking about right now in the moment was, Diamond shared that she's scared of love, right? Not
When people say they love.
Not the whole
not
love.
the
but just
act of
knowing if
love,
it's real or
but the
not.
fact that people can say they love and you have to interpret what that means. And
We're
I
all
think-
scared of that.
Right. So I thought it was a great point to bring up because we all hear people say it, but it can mean different things to different people, right? Like my I love you mean that in front of you or behind you, I'm gonna treat you the same way. Somebody else may just say it based on what you're gonna offer them, right? So you gotta be mindful about who uses that word and just think about, again, we're creatures of habit.
It's just
How have they acted before? And then just understand what they could do moving forward.
take your piece first, and then you can share your fears.
Yeah, thank you, KB.
This is my piece right here.
Go in close so you can see the detail. It's hard to see on these.
Also, my name is Kevin. I don't know. I kind of just like went off based off how I guess you could say like he drew like his images and like pictures and all that.
Mhm.
He was just really just like a big inspiration for this right here.
What made you crinkle your paper up?
Just because of the fact when I was younger, I used to design stuff like this. It was just like a very, I guess you could say, abstract way of the piece in a way. Also my biggest fear, I guess, would say, is I don't know, I guess being alone in some type of way. Cause you know, when you go alone, you just start to like drift off. You don't really got nothing to motivate you. So I guess you could say, yeah, just being alone. That'd be my biggest fear. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Kevin. I'm not sure if the Kevin is a good name though.
Oh, whoa. And I'm gonna share my piece again with you guys. I got Lee on the line and Raj as well. And again, this is my Basquiat inspired piece. Me and my guy Shelly was thinking about different ways he inspired us and just based off his listeners' vantage point, decided to draw a face first, right? And then from the face, just figured out which, what do you call it, like rectangle squares, what shapes we could incorporate into our pieces. So right. So up top I wrote free because I feel like our minds are really the only thing that allows us to be free. But so many of us think like other people, which ties us up and takes away our freedom. I put legacy because now that I have a youngin, my thing is not only how can I live for myself, but how can I create a foundation of success for him, right? And I put some other things around it as far as I showed you blue and orange because I felt like those colors contrasted each other. Blue is my favorite color, but also it stands out. And I feel like orange is a strong color as well. And I wrote a small piece about Basquiat. It's based off the video that we saw. And I was telling Norm last week, Rod, a lot of the students was surprised at his lifestyle. They was like, well, how did he pass away? And we shared like his different struggles and challenges. And they were just so surprised that I guess people were, I don't know, not
They
with
were
orange
shocked
drugs, but like,
about the lifestyle of 80s artists and musicians. It was
Yeah.
a very, when we watched part of a documentary, and it was there was a lot of questions and curiosity, and it was, yeah.
yeah, it was
very
nice. It was a nice conversation
Uh-huh.
that we had based off of about him. My quick piece is Basquiat. It's sad the amount of talent that are in graveyards from guns and drugs alone. It's sad the amount of talent in graveyards that will never make it home. It's sad the amount of talent in graveyard because there's probably a cure for AIDS, but it's Basquiat and his glorious crown that still inspire folks today. That's my piece. And as far as what scares me, I think systems scare me because I understand that every system is designed to do what it was created to do, right? But with me working in public education, with me working in education, I'm in a private school, a charter school, and I'm in public schools, right? And I see the differences that they create for our kids and just the engagement our kids are in school in itself. And to me, it's like if a kid has to go to school for 8 hours a day, it's the school's job then to create a culture where the kid can learn and the kid can be the best version of themselves. But a lot of times our kids just come to school, right? And we don't look to get anything from school. And in that, I know we don't use it as an avenue for success. But I'm in other school and I'm seeing how kids are going on college tours and trying to get internships and just really connecting dots and using school as a tool to help us become better. But I just see our kids just come here. And it's sad to me that if we don't do anything intentional, we'll get the same results, which is why I'm blessed to have this class, because I might not make a big difference, but I can make a great difference among the ones I work with. So that's a little bit about my fears and also my piece. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. I'm not sure if Kevin is a good name. Real quick, because KK is family, and I'm very competitive with my brother. I made this. I started this in the Allegheny County Jail on Tuesday, I believe. It's drawn on the back of a survey of experience in crime and victimization. And working with Leon's kids and working with you, I think of you as fighters who write. And then this is a sticker you can put on when you go into the county jail to have classes with the guys. And this is my vote, and the T's kind of line up, and it says fighters who write and writers who fight. And it's got some different numbers from the election. Oh, and then the guys people were surprised that the guys in jail like Trump, right? So, because they were all black guys. And one of them said, it's a bad word, but he said, I fucks with Trump. So I wrote that there too.
Quick
And-
question, Norm.
Yeah.
Were they able to share their thoughts around it? Like,
Yeah, they did.
okay, cool.
Really dumb question. Can they vote in jail?
Can they vote?
Some can.
Okay, wow.
I never thought of that.
Me neither.
I've never.
But you're in jail, you're a felon.
I also crumpled mine up like Kevin because I really like that. It was flat before. I painted on the back to make it through.
Like jail, you go to ACJ, maybe you're fighting your charges that haven't been convicted.
Yeah.
But normally, right, so, okay, cause the wall's closed, so you're in ACJ, huh?
Right.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I've never thought of that. That's very
Yeah.
interesting.
There's a whole every year there's a voting drive there. I think they only got 100 votes out of there, but that's what they got. And no matter who they voted for, it's important that they vote.
Period, right.
Can I feel bad. I'm gonna stand over here and talk for a second. So we have a field trip on Tuesday. And I'd like to kind of propose if we could possibly, I don't know if you have a prompt pick for next week, but I'd like to propose if we could create a prompt around justice.
Yeah.
Mm.
We're going to the court system, and they're going to watch a trial on Tuesday. It's a juvenile trial too, isn't it?
Believe so.
We believe it's a juvenile, but
Wow.
invited by a judge to come and watch the trial. So I would like to try and tie that in throughout the week. So as we went through the trial system and all of that stuff, if we could have some kind of we do have a half day Friday, so it might be a 2-week one.
That's fine.
Yeah.
What if we went back to the Socrates? You know, people think of him as a great philosopher who knew everything, but he would ask, "What is justice?"
Okay.
He would like, well, no, really, I don't know. Tell me what it is, because I don't know what it is at this point. Roger, what do you think?
I don't know. I went to the county prison looking for justice, and that's just what I saw. Just us.
I don't know if they know who that is, but I do.
That's Richard Pryor as filtered through Huey P. Newton. Google it. Hey, thanks all for your wonderful works, for your thoughts, for your fears. Don't be afraid of your fears. Embrace your fears. That you have used Jean-Michel Basquiat as an inspiration is inspirational to me. As you know, I've been doing a performance called In Honor of Jean-Michel Basquiat, who was my friend. And it's some years after we've lost him, but obviously he continues to speak to me in many ways, and he's speaking to me this morning through you. And talking about the fear of automobiles, you know, when he was 7 years old, he was hit by a car. You probably know this story. And when he was recovering, his mother gave him a copy of Gray's Anatomy, which is a textbook of human anatomy. So you go page by page and you can see how bones and organs are constructed, and there's descriptive language in there. This is a textbook that was published in the 19th century, but it's very popular. And if you look at the work of Jean-Michel, you will see a lot of human organs labeled. You will see a lot of skeletons, definitely. Skeletal parts. So he turned, with the help of his mother, that near fatal accident into a learning process. And he lost his spleen in that accident. And if you look at some of his work, you'll see the spleen prominently displayed. Now, fast forward to the young man, Jean-Michel Basquiat. And a week before he died, it said that he was seen in the street, in the middle of traffic, looking like he wanted to get hit by a car again, like when he was just a little boy. So that fear then becomes a very strange thing in the life and times and ultimate death of Jean-Michel Basquiat. And in between, there's such prolific work. There's one year, in fact, where he created essentially a major painting every day. It's like he was, as I describe it, he was working banker's hours, but upside down because he worked at night. I'm very heartened by your work, both on the page and on the page and in the heart. This is a wonderful way of attacking this moment, because you all have been specific about some things. And I'm going to close out by sharing with you a homework assignment that my 13-year-old son had on election night. And he was given a blank map of the United States, and his assignment was to fill in the states as they were confirmed, either Democratic or Republican, with a red or a blue crayon. And he sat there and watched all of the election results, and he filled in all of the states accordingly. And he put his name on his assignment, and he put the name of the president-elect on the assignment as well. He had started the evening with some hope. He had looked to me for direction. I tried to give him encouragement, and he was obviously discouraged, but it was a learning process. And it was one that he used to illustrate what I hope was a successful homework assignment. And what happened came on the heels of this, which was a great Dodgers victory. And there's no more pro-Dodger family in America than mine. In fact, I'm Roger Dodger, and that's how we roll. And it's a great lesson to have embraced that great Dodger victory, and perhaps a not so great victory the next week. I hope it was a learning lesson for my children and for Dodger fans all over the world. On that note, I'm going to shut up because this is not a lecture course. It's a conversation. Leon, what are you thinking about? Since you're manufacturing all the automobiles out there, you're a Ford, right?
Don't think that Leo is still
He
on the
might got
screen. We
disconnected.
can't see him. But Mr. Roger, I have a question for you.
Of course, please.
My first question is, how was the show?
The show went well. Thank you for asking. I actually got to do 2-week run of Jean-Michel Basquiat in St. Paul. Then I did a one-off performance of Otto Frank, who was the father of the diarist Anne Frank in Chicago. And then actually on the night after the election night, I got to do the Basquiat in Los Angeles. And that was a really cathartic moment to be able to share that work with colleagues who had come together as kind of a reunion. There's a man by the name of Ben Caldwell, who's a filmmaker in Los Angeles, who's a great community worker. Leon, you might have met Ben right there in Leimert Park, where I ran into you at the plaza. Ben and I have worked together for many, many years. Ben is a great cat who is from New Mexico. And he's a Black man, and there's not that many Black folks in New Mexico, but he emerged from New Mexico. He was pulled out of New Mexico by the Selective Service. He fought combat in Vietnam, barely survived, but he came home, and he returned to Vietnam after having studied filmmaking at UCLA. He returned to Vietnam with a camera in his hand. He had put down the gun. And he's inspired successive generations of young people through his gallery in Leimert Park, Los Angeles. So we came together as kind of a reunion of folks who had worked together during the Jean-Michel Basquiat era. And in fact, when I talked about Jean-Michel in the performance, there were folks in the audience who knew exactly what I was talking about because they were there. I did an evening which I called City Space Honor Jean-Michel Basquiat. And City Space was a performance gallery which I founded and ran. And there was a woman who was sitting in the front row who, after the show, reminded me that she had made the flyer for that show because she was a graphic artist as well as a poet, and that it was the Christmas season and she didn't have money to get a Christmas tree. So in order to pay her for doing the flyer for Jean-Michel, I got her a Christmas tree. And I'd forgotten that. Exchanged that barter. And I'm so happy that the Christmas tree is still twinkling. Is that an answer to, what was the question?
The question was, how was the show? You gave a great. My next question is, how and when
Yeah.
did you know Basquiat? Me and my peers are wondering.
Well, Jean-Michel's parents, Mathilde Andrades and Gerard Basquiat, met in a Brooklyn dance hall. His mom was what's called a New Yorican, which is a New Yorker who is born in New York but has Puerto Rican heritage. And his father was a Haitian immigrant. He had come to Brooklyn to escape political violence in Haiti. And they met, and I imagined them meeting over mambo, me mucho gusto, or maybe merengue, enchanté. Je m'appelle Yolande. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? Mathilde. And then ... Jean-Michel and I meet in an LA dance hall. And Jean-Michel is dancing, and I'm rapping as Holly Watts. As I describe it, one mic, two mythologies, Hollywood and Watts. You put them both together, then what do you got? You got Holly Watts, yo, baby, that's me, rapping on the mic with an Ivy League degree. I received my degree in rapology with an emphasis in reality. Say Nelson Mandela must free.
Okay, you ate that.
So you've heard about old school, right? That's ancient school.
Ancient.
Don't like that. You say don't necessarily.
So JMB and I were attracted to each other as young men from opposite sides of the country who had a political consciousness. But I had no idea that he was an ascendant art star. I was in LA, he was in New York. This was pre-social media. I thought he was just a cool New York kid with a great hairdo. And, he said, hey, Holly Watts, man, I really like your energy. You want to hang? You want to go to the movies with me? You want to see King of Comedy? So we went to see King of Comedy the next night, and we were a little late, so we rolled up in the balcony, and we were right in front of the projectionist. And as we made our way to our seats, Jean's dreads were projected onto the screen. So you couldn't see Robert De Niro or Jerry Lewis or the other stars of King of Comedy. And the folks in the crowd were a little, confused, but then they got to be very amused when they realized, what was happening on the screen. And that's, I think, when Jean-Michel crowned himself as the king of comedy. His work had a lot of comedic edge, and it wasn't all angst, it wasn't all politics. He was able to embrace the sad face clown and the happy face clown as well.
Well, thank you for sharing with us.
Oh, thank you for asking.
I know these things.
One day I'll share the whole piece with you when we have a little bit more time in our period.
Topic again.
Yeah. ... Lots of stories, lots of stories. Thank you so much for the work. Go on and circle up and do that beautiful blessing that you all do, please.
Yes.
We are kings and queens.
We are kings and queens.
This is our nation.
This is our nation.
It takes maturity and respect.
It takes maturity and respect.
Responsibility and leadership.
Responsibility and leadership.
To prosper on this road to greatness.
On this road to greatness.
Knowledge is given as well as received.
Knowledge is given as well as received.
Some our brothers and sisters is one.
We are with our brothers and sisters.
We are one nation.
One nation.
Thank you all. Rod and Norm, thank you guys again. We truly appreciate you guys for getting up your early mornings to be with us, be a part of our class, and continue to bless us with your knowledge and wonderful minds. We appreciate you guys, and we look forward to next week.
Wouldn't miss it. That's the only thing I'm afraid of, is missing this. I put a flyer in the chat, KK. It's also in the email. If your kids want to come to the, a Zoom lesson thing, it would be cool for them.
Okay. Dope. Appreciate you.
All right.
Peace.
All right, see you.
All right.
See you in
Have a
about
good weekend, everybody.
see you in an hour, Roger
Bye.
Dodger.
See you, Norm. All right,
You're
man.
in Piratesville.
Yeah.
Quit waving that
Right.
cup around. It's just mean.